You will recall that Agoa is a non-reciprocal set of trade preferences that are offered to eligible Agoa countries in Africa. South Africa benefited from these. Agoa ran its course, the first Agoa 15-year course, in September last year. The new Agoa was made conditional for us on us agreeing to imports of certain meat products from the United States. They were the question of bovine spongiform encephalitis and declaring that to be no longer applicable in terms of the beef from the United States. They included a series of diseases on pork where they wanted us also to declare that those pork products could enter South Africa. And then there was a question of chicken, and the question of chicken was bone in portions. And the request initially was that we would remove the anti-dumping duty, which had been enforced since 2001. We then entered a negotiation with the local poultry industry very much actively involved, and we reached an agreement in June last year in Paris that there would be a quota of 65,000 tons rising each year with a growth factor. And that would be admitted into the South African market. Those are what are called bone-in portions. Those are legs and wings and other back portions, they sometimes call. That was the gist of the agreement. What was outstanding in terms of the agreement were really the administration of the quota. How was that going to be administered? And then the sanitary and phytosanitary matters, or if you want to put them more simply, matters of animal and human health. What has happened in the up to now is that we've made what both sides are acknowledging as considerable and discernible progress, including all through the holiday period when there were continued interactions on the outstanding issues. As we sit here now, what we've got in place is we have an avian influenza certificate already issued on our side. We have in place the rules for the administration of the tariff quota, at least in an interim arrangement. That was published in the Government Gazette on the 18th of December. We have, to a very large extent, and I think we can say for all practical purposes, concluded on the pork issue. On the beef, the issue that arose was the question of beef. Is it just for beef that is born and bred in the United States, or is it for beef that comes in from neighboring countries into the United States? And there seems to be, we have submitted a proposal. We are waiting to hear the answer to that beef that comes in from neighboring countries, which has been part of the United States herd for 90 days, that beef will qualify after a quarantine period of 90 days. That will qualify as though it was born and bred in the United States. The outstanding matter is the question of salmonella, and there have been a lot of interactions between our veterinary authorities on the question of salmonella really the levels of tolerance for salmonella and the procedures for the detection or the procedures that would follow the detection of any salmonella. We were given an indicative date to conclude all of this on the 31st of December. Although our authorities on both sides had been interacting, and we have been interacting as well throughout this period, and that there was a meeting indeed on the 31st of December, they did not conclude. We are waiting a response on the proposal on the beef, and we are still engaged in further discussions. There have been various questions posed to the United States on the salmonella issue, for which we are waiting an answer and looking for an outcome on that. So as we sit now, we are recognizing that we are in extra time, that we are now past full time, if you like. We're in extra time. But the whistle hasn't, as of this moment, been blown, and we are hoping that the whistle will not be blown to give our veterinary authorities on both sides an opportunity to engage again. They have a meeting planned for the 6th and the work will continue whether the whistle is blown or not, because the consequences of the whistle being blown would be that certain products that are currently enjoying access under Agoa, and those are the agricultural products, would be excluded, and we'd have to see the terms of that exclusion. So it would be a partial exclusion from Agoa benefits for a period of time, and if we still did not find a solution, then that would be ramped up, is our understanding. But we're also told that if there is a partial exclusion and we then do reach an agreement, there can be a very quick reversal of any orders which may be arising at that time. But as I said, we are not the ones that blow the whistle. We know we're in extra time. We are committed to continuing to work to find a solution that, from our point of view, would allow us to honor the commitment that we made in Paris on poultry, as well as the commitments which we've already made on beef and on pork. Allow us, in other words, to honor all the commitments that we made as part of the Agoa process around the three meats, and at the same time also to ensure that we do not pose unacceptable risks to our plant and human health in South Africa. That's what the issue's been all the way along, and is to find that kind of a balance and to find that kind of win-win outcome, and that's what we as government are committed to continue to work for. I said to you before that I did not want to come here to this press conference today and say that I believe that we're in the end game. I said that I wanted to be able to say, and I have this assurance that I can say this, that both the United States and ourselves believe that discernible and significant progress was made over the last few weeks on the outstanding issues. And it's on that basis that I say that we've got one outstanding issue really. We've got one reaction to the proposal on the cattle that's not born and reared in the United States, the 90-day quarantine one. We've got to hear the reaction of the interlocutors to that proposal, and then we've got to finalize the salmonella issue. Those are the two outstanding issues, and it has constantly been our intention to try to get this process finalized as soon as possible, and that's what we've been trying to do to avoid any risk and uncertainty. Maybe we didn't achieve that, but then, as I say, what trade negotiation or trade-related negotiation actually has achieved that? So we continue to engage. We are continuing to talk, and we are continuing to talk in the spirit of both of us, both sides, trying to find a solution that will enable us to meet the undertakings that we made on the three meats, and that will enable us to continue to benefit from Agoa access.